Okay, make sure the first packet you're on, this is the first problem. Now you're like, what's up with these three packets? They're thick, it will never get done. Yeah, you will, trust me. This packet is just a review. We're going to take this test next Tuesday. Okay. It's 8 problems approximately, and I think you'll do okay on it. The first part's really easy. What is the slope and y-intercept of the following equation? Okay, well the slope is the multiplier on the x, it's -5. And then -4 is going to be my y-intercept. Just put that in the blank. That's all you do. Okay, the next one. What is the x and y intercept of the following equation? And then you see -3x plus 4y equals 48. So you go over here. You need to write that down twice. So -3x plus 4y equals 48. And then again down here. So if y is 0, get rid of 4y. And then dot your -3x and negative, so you know what that says. -3 times x is 48. And 48 divided by -3 is -16. Okay, now the y-intercept. Well, then the x is 0, so we get rid of 3x. That's why it's all about the y. And then I divide by 4. I divide by 4, and 48 divided by 4 is 12. Okay, done deal. Tell whether -5, 7 is on the line, and that line's equation is 5 times x plus 3 times y equals -17. So this is x, this is y. It always goes x, y, alphabetical order. So we parenthesize the x and just put a -5 over the top of your x. Okay, so that is a -5 I put there, parentheses -5. Now parenthesize your y and put a 7 on top of the y. Okay, those letters are no longer there. So now do I go to my calculator? 5. And then parentheses, and -5 has been put in there, plus 3, and then a parentheses where the y was at, and we're going to put a 7 in there. When I click equals, that better say -17. If it does, the answer is yes. If it doesn't, the answer is no. No. Okay. Now, the actual graphing. These first two are easy. It says graph the line. Y-intercept's 5, and the slope is -3/4. You don't even see an equation. You just need to graph that. So the y-intercept being 5 means I go up 5. So straight up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I use the slope to get the second point. So the slope's negative, so I go down and to the right. So down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you have to do. Plot your y-intercept and then follow the slope. Okay, graph the line with an x-intercept of -5, a y-intercept of 3. So you make this table, and then you 0, 0. Now the y-intercept is 3, and the x-intercept is -5. That's how you graph with intercepts. Okay, so 0, 3. That means stay, and then y is up or down and go up 3. So 1, 2, 3. -5, 0. This is under x, so it's left or right. It's negative, so it's left and stay. So I go left 5 and stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stay. It's right there. Okay, now they give you equations to graph. So graph the equation. Y equals 1/4 x minus 6. So here's the equals. This is y, this is x. They are on opposite sides. So when they end up on opposite sides, we want to use the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope I can tell is 1/4, and the y-intercept I can tell is -6. So the y-intercept, you go straight down 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from there we go up 1 and right 4. So up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the next one, 4x minus 2y equals -16. Here's the equals, here's the x, here is the y. This time they're on the same side together. So I need to set up my 0, 0. Now I write that down twice to find the other letters. So 4x, make that minus plus -2. Plus -2y equals -16, and then 4x plus -2y equals -16. So I know x is 0, so to calculate the y, divide by -2. -16 divided by -2 is 8. Now if y is 0, we can get rid of the -2y. And then I dot that, circle it, divide by 4. You don't have to circle it if you know you're dividing. So that's going to be -4. Okay, so these go together. So that's a stay. And then since that's under y, it's either up or down. So that's going to be up. So stay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you go back to the middle and follow these directions. That's under x, so that's left to right, so that's left and stay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we go. Okay. Graph the equation, x equals 5. Okay. Here's x. Where's y? It's not here. We only have x, we have no y. Okay, if we don't have any y, y is going to be 1, 2, 3. Now for x, this is the same number throughout the table, and that number's 5. Because on this line, x always has to be at 5. The y can be whatever. So this means right and up. So right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up 1. Right 5 up 2. So right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up 2. And then 5, 3. Right 5 up 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's a straight vertical line. Okay. Now, again, this is y. Where's x? It ain't here. So there's only a y. There's no x. Okay? So since there's no x, x is going to be 1, 2, and 3. And then y is going to be -3 throughout the whole entire table. So that's right 1, down 3. That's right 2 and down 3. And that's right 3 and down 3. Straight horizontal line. Okay, and then the last problem is a story problem, but it's a pretty easy one. A pool has 800 gallons of water. Each hour, 100 gallons are drained from the pool. Identify the domain and range relating to the amount of gallons, and there's where the domain and range is at. So X, Y. Now X is hours, and Y is gallons. So at 0 hours, we start with 800 gallons. Now it's draining. So every hour, that's why it goes down, and I need to subtract 100. So 700, 2 would be 600, 3 would be 500, 4 would be 400, and then 5 would be 300, 6 will be 200, 7's 100, and then 8 down to 0. Okay, so the lowest number here is 0. The highest number is 8 before we stopped. The lowest number is 0, and the highest number is 800. Okay, now quick, you need to complete the packet that looks like this. Okay, there's one that looks almost exactly like it. It's just got different problems. Okay. And then pause it, do it, and then join me back. This assignment here is a joke. It's easy, okay? It's so easy. You don't even need a calculator. It says write an equation aligned with the given slope and y-intercept. Here's how you write an equation. You put in equals. If you're talking about slopes and y-intercepts, the y has to be here all by itself. Now, what I do is I put a space with an X beside it plus another space. You're going to write that every time. Well, the slope's 7. I know the slope has to be in front of the X as the multiplier, and the y-intercept's 4. Done deal. Okay, the next one, slope of -3, y-intercept of 5. So equals, you need a y. You need a blank. We're going to put a number there with an X attached plus another blank without an X. So the X is -3 and the y-intercept is 5. Slope, okay, again, same thing. When they're talking about a slope, the y needs to be here. X, put a blank in front of it plus something else. So the slope is -1/3, and the y-intercept is -6. That's all you do on that. Now the next part, you don't need a calculator either. The line's already down. Identify the slope of the line. Here's how you find that. You got 2 points, here and here. You start at the point that's on the y-axis, okay? Now, my first question to you is this. I'll let you ponder it for 5 seconds. Do you have to move up or down to get to this point? You're either going to go straight up or straight down. Well, I'm not going to make it going up. We're going to have to go down. So here's what I do. As I'm going down, I'm going to go down and count the squares, and then I'm going to stop when I'm straight across from this point. So ready? 1, 2, 3, stop. Okay, you're straight across. I went 1, 2, 3. Now, since I was going down, we put -3 there. And now what I do is what's called completing the triangle. Count the squares now to get here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm there. So 5. That's always going to be positive. So the slope is -3, that goes on top, over 5. Next problem. There's 2 points here and here. Here's my first point. Obviously, I'm going to have to go up first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, stop because you're straight across. Okay? So put positive 9 because you were going up. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. So the slope is positive 9 over 5. If it's positive, you can just put 9 over 5. That's really that easy. Okay? Next one. Now the lines are always terrible on this. It's how the copy machine, so just guess about. Okay? Just guess. I don't care if it's off by a little bit, as long as you got the right idea. So here's my 2 points. We start at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop because you're right across from it. Okay? So 6. Now I went up, so that's positive 6. Now, get there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're there. I might be off because the graphs are all messed up. Just do your best. That's 6. So positive 6 over 6, which technically is 1, but I just want you to leave it like that. Okay, and then the last problem we have here, that's your starting point. You're going to have to go down if you hope to get here, straight down first. So 1, 2, stop. Okay? 1, 2, stop, because you're straight across. So I went down, so negative 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 7, okay? So the answer is negative 2 over 7. Now on your assignment, this first 6 are easy. Piece of cake. Now, when you get to the lines where you have to write the slope, don't do number 9 because the lines are so crappy. You got to do number 10 though, okay? All right.